How do you guarantee yourself to get on television a fathead of the play-by-play man?
Oh, what? I need that for my office. I almost said bedroom, and that almost got real weird.
Welcome to the silliest thing I saw this week. My name is Dave Pyper, and I bring you the silliest things I see each week in the NFL. This show is brought to you by Vuori. They make the hands-down softest clothing on the market. I'll talk about my weekend and Vuori a little later on in the show. Week 6 is in the books, and no one was more entertaining to watch than George Pickens. Pickens had a wide range of talents. Here early in the game, Pickens makes this snag before turning upfield and then completely hurdling a dude. Later in the next quarter, Pickens is lined up on top of the screen here, and pay attention when he makes contact with the defender. The corner kind of pulls him down, Pickens gets up and makes the catch, and then like a wild circus entertainer tries to leap over Mike Jackson, but Mike isn't going to make the same mistake Nick Scott made on the first play I showed you guys. And the cherry on top from Pickens was this 45-yard catch in the fourth quarter. Pickens catches the ball and sheds a Mike Jackson tackle. He then turns up the field and is headed towards the sideline, but right before he goes out, he open hand punches the defender and trips himself. It's more like a push to the face, really. After this performance Sunday, I'm hoping that Pickens can be the Will Levis of 2025 because he's just too much fun. As we get closer to Halloween, as the season gets spookier, I think that we're going to see more of Ghosterson because this week he was out and about exercising his influence across the league. He started his reign of terror in Miami, and he did his best to help sink the Dolphins here on this play. Tua drops back and lays this into Jaylen Waddle, who can't quite make the catch. I was surprised that Waddle would bobble such a ball, but seeing the replay, it totally makes sense. Just as Waddle was about to secure the pass, Ghost had to get a fist in there and knock it loose. I'm not sure that Ghosterson was even trying to help the Chargers to an interception here. That was just more like gravy for the old ghoul. Later in the day, and I'm not sure exactly how fourth-dimensional time travel works yet, but we got another ghostly sighting, ruining any possibility of the Titans making a comeback late here in the fourth. Cam Ward drops back, and after a few seconds, Ghost has seen enough. Slap. Get that ball out of here. Now, my sources are telling me that Ghost had no intention of getting Brian Callahan fired, even though Ghost had been in talks with former Titans owner Bud Adams from the other side. Could Ghost have had something to do with the firing? I know what I'll be looking into this week. All right, everyone, hold on to your butts because this one is going to hit a little close to home. We all love managing our fantasy rosters. I feel like we have all made an awesome waiver ad, but are a little too timid to actually put the guy in our lineup. Jason McCourty knows the pain that we all feel. Just listen here.
And Andrew, I know there are some fans at home that are much like me, picked up Kamani Vidal in fantasy and just chose not to start him today because I wasn't sure.
Yeah, same, Jason. Same. Each and every week, the silliest thing is brought to you by Vuori, makers of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet. If you head to vuori.com/Harris, you can snag 20% off your first purchase. Now, you hear me every week sing the praises of Vuori, and Sunday morning I went golfing. We teed off at 8 in the morning, and it was supposed to be 50 degrees around the time we teed off, and then closer to like 65 when we were going to finish. So I threw on my Ponto Performance hoodie as well as my Ponto Performance joggers because I knew that they would keep me warm enough to play in the 50-degree weather, yet breathable enough to play in the 65-degree weather. And like I said last week, I know that swinging a golf club in them is completely unrestricted and some of my favorite golfing attire. I shot an 84 on Sunday. And without Vuori, I probably would have been up there in the 90s. So head to vuori.com/Harris for 20% off your first order. And thank you, Vuori, for making me so comfortable. Let's get back to the silliness. You want some extra silliness? Let's go to London, where the NFL is showing off its most talented teams to win the hearts and eyes of the world. Except they don't do that. They send the Jets and the Broncos as a reminder of who won the Revolutionary War. And it seems Aaron Glenn had a specific plan to confuse all of the attendees, myself, and all NFL fans with some of the decisions that were made at the end of the half. Now, bear with me. There's a ton to unpack, and I'm moving in. There's 1 minute left, and the Jets have all 3 timeouts on the 38-yard line. It's 4th and 1, and the Jets look as if they're going to call a play, but end up calling a timeout as the play clock expires. Then the Jets come back on the field with their punt unit, and they do a direct snap to Breece Hall, and they fake the punt. They convert on the fake punt, But then in order to stop the clock, the Jets have to burn another timeout. So there's 1 minute on the clock now. They have one timeout. It's 1st and 10. And the Jets run the ball? I love when a play call is this nuts and the broadcast just cuts to the coach in question. Rich Eisen can't believe his eyes.
Kurt Warner's hair is on fire in this booth.
The Jets hurry up to the line, and Fields does the only thing that he can't do here and takes a sack. The Jets called their last time out with 37 seconds left, so maybe the Jets can convert a first and get out of bounds. It's 3rd and 8, and Fields completes a pass over the middle of the field, which keeps the clock moving, and the Jets just let time expire to boos from the cheeky crowd. I don't blame them at all for booing.
Wow. And the Brits are wondering what is happening in London, and so are the American announcers. And that is halftime.
This was hard to watch. The NFL must make playing Madden a coaching prerequisite. This would solve a whole lot of problems, but we'd have a whole lot less silliness week to week. And that is going to do it for me this week, guys. I want to thank Viore for making this show happen. And if you want the show to keep happening, click the link in the description below for 20% off your first Viore purchase. I really wanted to show you guys the Jackson Dart high five thing. It was pretty funny. I wanted to show it to you, but by the end of the week 6, it just kind of felt like that happened like last year or something. So I'm throwing it in now so you can see it if you didn't see it. This made me laugh pretty hard when I saw it. But let me know down in the comments something that made you laugh this week that I missed. That'd be great. I'd love to hear from you guys. Big thanks to JD this week for hitting me up on X with all the silliness, and I will see you guys next week.